Children of the Sun is a game developed by Renee Rother and published by Devolver Digital. It's a very unique FPS puzzle game where the player takes control of a young woman wielding a sniper rifle and a single bullet. Her mission is to get revenge on a cult, and the game feels dark. I mean, literally, this game is dark. Visually, the game is dark. Even during the day, the colors feel so muted and orange and weird. And then the game takes you into night, and it takes you when it's raining, and you feel this internal sense of dread throughout the whole time as you're going through hunting down this cult one by one, murdering them and getting revenge for this woman that you don't even know. The enemies are highlighted with this bright yellow and violet color that makes them pop. Their eyes are covered in these red streaks that looks like it could be blood, or maybe it's just hair. And then when you kill a guy, they go, and these flashes of color illuminate your screen. It's a great game, and yet nobody really seems to be playing it. The game's only been out for 4 days, and engagement is already dropping rapidly. It's this reason I wanted to, take a little more serious approach instead of just doing my normal bullshit. And I feel like the industry as a whole has just become so oversaturated. 10 years ago, this game would have just been everywhere. We used to see all the big YouTubers playing it. You'd see tons of people talking about it online, making fan art. And yet nowadays, it's barely even noticeable compared to the grand scheme of how many games are coming out. The levels for these games often feel so unique. You can control your bullet by slowing down time. Once you kill a guy, you can shoot over like this and hit another guy and then slow down time and aim for their head. And once you build up a meter, then you can redirect your bullet and fire it a second time. And this is all explained in universe because your girl is like a carry. She has psychic abilities, and you can see here like a level like this, you got to shoot in between the train tracks and control your bullet. And it offers just this really cool and unique challenge. The atmosphere, the storytelling. This game just feels so fucking cool and fun to play. And it's such a shame that like nobody's talking about it at all. I mean, look at this shit. The blood goes flying everywhere. You can fucking turn your bullet back around. The game's atmosphere is just so dreary and otherworldly. The narrative is told entirely without any dialogue. It's all visual storytelling. And I like the way the main character has these flashbacks that go over and tell you her story and slowly show you how she arrived at the cult and how her parents took her in and brought her here. And she figured out she has these psychic powers, and the cult then turned on her and started abusing her and forcing her to do all these depraved acts, and then they killed her parents. And this cult leader the whole time is just haunting you throughout the whole game. This beard, these fucking sunglasses, you want to murder him. And by the time you reach the end of the game, you feel like you don't really understand what's going on because you're seeing things through this warped lens of this insane protagonist who you question whether she even has a grip on reality and fully understands what's happening. The end sequence of the game is probably the best example of this. You have to go around, take down this barrier, take down that barrier, kill all these fucking guys, find number 17 who's hiding here and I can't fucking find him for 20 minutes. And then you take this barrier down and finally you can kill the cult leader. Then the bullet just starts going ooh, for like 10 million feet forever and ever until finally it hits him. And then you see things from the protagonist's perspective. You just experience, I think, what can be considered reality. And then from her perspective, she's just standing over the guy and she just shoots him once and that's it. And then this guy shows up and puts a flower crown on your head and you're just like, what? What's going on? You're just as confused as the protagonist as these people greet you. Who are these people? Are you now the leader of the cult? I don't know what's happening, and neither do you. Now, I'm not the only one who thinks this game deserves more attention, and the creator of the game tweeted out about how this just shows the fuck state of discoverability as journalists and people online are, saying this game is really good. But I think it's more of an oversaturation issue than a discoverability issue. I found the game by looking on the new and noteworthy in Steam, and it came up pretty quickly. I saw the cool cover art, and I was like, ooh, yeah, let's try this one out. I think the real problem, though, is just that there's so many games out there that why would you spend all your time and money going through the listings of games on Steam trying to find a good game when you can just wait for someone like Markiplier or just Twitch streamers in general to play a game, and then you're like, oh, okay, now I know this is the game I need to play, like Coffin of Andy and Lele, Pal World, Helldivers 2. Wow, there's no reason anymore for consumers to search around and try and find this stuff, but that's just how it is. I definitely feel like the game deserves more attention, and that's all I got. Bye.